Hi everybody, this is Rob and Kurt with Two Brothers Hobby, and we've got the Aries RC P-51 Mustang 350 RTF on the bench.
Which is also available in?
Receiver ready.
Ready for
RFR,
receiver.
ready for receiver, yeah.
Close, Rob, but I'm sorry you failed.
Well,
You failed the short one question quiz.
It's been a long winter.
It was close, but yeah, it's
Been a long
receiver
one.
ready. They have a ready for receiver version. And also, and ours is RTF. We've got all the goodies. It came with all the good pieces. Let me jump into some specs real quick.
Yeah, would you
and then
please?
we'll discuss it briefly and then go on to the good stuff.
We'll get a little banter going.
A little banter, shall we? The Aries RC P-51D Mustang 350 RTF has a 29.5-inch wingspan, 25.6-inch overall length. The weight is 12.2 to 12.8 ounces. The battery is a 600 milliamp 3S 11.1 volt LiPo that came with our RTF version. The charger that came with it is a DC 3S 11.1 volt LiPo balancing and an AC adapter. The transmitter included on our RTF is a 6-channel 2.4 gig. Onboard electronics include a receiver on the RTF, ESC, and 3 servos installed in both RTF and RFR versions. And the street price at the time of this review for the RTF is $189.99 and the RFR is $119.99. Mustangs, we've seen a lot of them.
Yes, we have.
This is a big departure for Aries.
Yeah, it is.
I say that because earlier Rob said it and I busted his chops.
Yeah, he did. That's all right. That's all right.
Because he was playing favorites towards warbird design versus
Actually, I was not at all. I was merely stating the fact that Aries is, I think, feeling comfortable enough now with what they've come out with and what they're capable of coming out with that they're willing to venture into some other more tough subjects. I mean, that's my take on it.
That was a nice save.
Well, no, it's
no. I was excited.
truth.
I was excited and I was nervous when I saw.
Yeah.
You know, I say excited and nervous. It's just we've had a good experience with Aries.
Yes, we have.
With so many of their aircraft they put out, and gotten behind. And we endorse a product when we test it, and we feel this is worthy of talking about.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no manufacturer on the planet that's had every single one of their products they've sent to us approved for review.
Yeah.
We checked them out. They fell a little short of the mark. We're not going to go through all this time, effort, energy, and talk about something that is just essentially a bash or as a negative coverage of the product. So Aries has had a great track record with us, and I didn't want to see that change when the 350 Mustang came out. But the fact is, this thing's been modeled by so many people. There's so many options. There's so many different versions out there. And even though they do carry the general design and the characteristics of the Mustang, the P-51, be it whatever series it is, D or whatever, there's some tendencies, some characteristics that you either like or don't like. You're not a huge Mustang fan. You like the look of them. You love the history of them. You enjoy flying them, but they're not your favorite airframe to fly. I enjoy the Mustang airframe a little bit more than you do. So there was that level of expectation there, but then ultimately this whole package, it comes with a 2-blade and a 4-blade prop option.
Yeah.
Is the power plant going to be enough for it? Okay, it looks nice, and I know their build quality is pretty good, so I'm not concerned about those things. But what is that flight experience like? Does it translate to the size? And this is a tough size. This is a tough.
It is a very tough size.
Dimension to be able to offer a good performing scale.
Well, you know as well as I do that Mustangs have got their own handling characteristics, and I don't care what size they are. If they're modeled to where they're a docile flyer, then they don't look like a Mustang.
They've been modified, and we have those. We've got those hanging around where they're the modified warbirds that kind of look like it, but this really carries a lot of the scale or the prototype design.
And so to be able to pull it off in this size, especially because we've seen this size come out earlier when electric was just taking hold. And they didn't last long.
No.
They just didn't fly well.
They weren't an enjoyable.
Of course, there was a lot back then that didn't fly that well because they were still trying to figure it all out. But I think what kind of intrigued me was the fact that Aries has jumped into a scale model, and they've come out with a couple of them now, different scale models. But up to that point, Aries always had basically a no frills platform that performed extremely well. Now they're actually putting some scale detail to it, some looks, and hitting on some subjects that are more popular.
Absolutely. The P-51D Mustang 350 comes in the 2 different versions we mentioned. It also we did a full assembly clinic on this, so you can check on the website and also on our YouTube channel, and you'll see the full assembly. So if you want to get under the hood and see all the details and everything, you can do that. Really, generally, like I said, you have 4-blade, 2-blade option. Of course, 2-blade is going to give you higher performance, faster speeds, better thrust. 4-blade is for that nice scale look.
Sure.
And we flew it in both configurations. Landing gear does pop off, so you can turn into a belly lander. You got to put the 2-blade prop on because the 4-blade will snap it off if you try to belly land with that. So you put the 2-blade on, pop the landing gear off. It does operate fine with the 2-blade or 4-blade with the landing gear in place.
Yes.
So a little bit of convertibility, a little bit of flexibility. And depending on what you want to see, sometimes it's nice to be able to land on those hard surfaces. Other times you just don't have the option. I can tell you those are small wheels. So.
Oh yeah.
And the nature of this airframe being so light in the tail, this is all up right now, batteries in it. As soon as you start moving, your tail gets light, and then you're going to be real simple.
That's one of the bad characteristics of any Mustang.
Yeah.
Unless it's modeled out of it.
Oh yeah, that you're right. Right at the top end of the thrust line with the horizontal stabilizer. So, anyway, let's take a look at the flight footage.
Sure.
And then and get an idea of how it looks in the air and all that good stuff. And then be sure to come back for part 2 for the review scoring.
It's actually, well, see, when I started messing with it, though, it was about 3/4.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, they're balanced.
oh, nice.